Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 5-Digit World Cup. Here we have the finals Mappool Showcase. Can you believe it? We are already on the second to last Mappool Showcase of the tournament. We are getting very high in the star rating and the difficulty. And I am Miles once again, as always, joined this time by Tykeni. Hey, Tykeni.
Hello, how are you doing today, Miles?
I'm doing great, especially because we are about to get into the Mappool Showcase. And as the last 2 weeks, most of the spiciness has actually come from the tiebreaker, but this Nomad 1 is kind of crazy. Roll it, Robbed. Welcome to the Black Parade. Nomad 1. This is the Nomad 1 of all time. I'm not sorry for QAing this, but yeah, this map is insane to be in a Nomad 1, typically seen as the tiebreaker. I believe this was first a custom in the OSU World Cup. I think 2020 it was the round of 32 tiebreaker, and now it's
Yes.
here.
I know, when I downloaded the pool last night and I refreshed, it just immediately went on to Black Parade. I was like, oh, sick! I love this tiebreaker. So imagine my surprise when I actually look at the pool sheet and see that this is Nomad 1, your classic aim slot. This map is kind of focused on two different types of aim, and you kind of see it sectionally. So there's sections that are heavy on flow aim, and there's sections that are heavy on awkward aim. There's a little bit of that standard sharp aim that people know Nomad 1 for kind of spread throughout, but for the most part, the sections are majorly focused on those two things in this map.
Yeah, you know, most of the Nomad 1s in this tournament have been extremely generic, so this is your payment for that. Nomad 1ers, congratulations. You are not safe from innovation, and we have innovated by putting a tiebreaker map with a lot of alt, a lot of awkward aim, a lot of flow aim in your Nomad 1 slot, and I think the scores on this are really going to be low compared to what you typically see in a Nomad 1.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely isn't the RNG Nomad 1. This absolutely, goes out to the aim specialists with the flow and awkward focus. People will break on this. It's not even a question.
A lot of people are going to break on this. And also, I wouldn't even put this towards the aim specialist. This is more toward, I feel, the all-rounders. Because the aim on this isn't even necessarily, I feel, the hardest part. Because a lot of this map is really awkward. It's going to be the most consistent players who are comfortable on the most different types of aim who are going to be getting the higher scores on this, I feel.
That does make sense. I would agree.
Now some map stats. We have CS 3.8, AR 9.5, OD 9, 194 BPM, 6.67 stars, length 4 minutes and 49 seconds. I believe this is actually longer than the tiebreaker.
Maybe. I need to double check the tiebreaker.
Yeah, it is longer than the tiebreaker, but you know, I think it's fine. It has its spot in a map pool here, depending on how you go and balance around this. I think as long as some of the other aim picks are a little bit more conventional, you can justify yourself putting this as a Nomad 1, which I believe there actually is further in the pool some comfortable aim maps, so the aim players aren't completely getting robbed by this being a Nomad 1, but still, you know, the last two tiebreakers were extremely spicy and like nobody played them. So Maxi was just like, okay, you know what? We're gonna like force the spiciness down your throat unless you want to ban this. And obviously some team is gonna want to pick this, so I'm super hyped. Also, I don't know if it was Maxi or Alex who pulled this.
People may be confused about this not being a tiebreaker. The first minute is like no density at all, which is why a lot of people would pull this as a standard aim slot, because the actual part where you're playing really is 4 minutes long.
Oh yeah, alt pattern here. Probably one of the hardest patterns in the map. Don't miss there because you get some free combo after this. Also, mouse only replayer. Let's go.
Let's go. Who did the replay?
Oh, I don't know. If you look on the right side of the screen, Blank did it. Another alt pattern into some more of those funny slappers you saw in the beginning, and awkward flow. Yeah, this is gonna be really low scoring, I think. Like some upper ranked players still get very low scores on this map. Aw, just finally finding the break there near the end. 700k on this though would probably win you any match in this tournament, so if you get a score like this, then maybe you would want to pick this map.
Yeah, absolutely. And you kind of see the breakdown that this map gives by the end. It is so difficult to keep going on.
Also, banger.
Absolutely.
Like, this map is almost 5 minutes long, and it just, like, blew by super quickly. Like, wow. Who knew that songs can make maps a little bit more tolerable? It says Phelan on the sheet as replayer. Does Phelan play mouse only? I don't think so. Let's see. Grand reveal. Our replayer is Phelan? Phelan
All
plays
right.
mouse only?
Let's go.
Okay, I mean, he's a beast, I guess. Okay, now on to our Nomad 2. We have something a little bit more normal, I think. Got Bad Tech, map by King Baxter, replay from Scylla. I believe this is a custom for Centauria?
I think so. This map has a lot of different diffs that make me confused if it's a Centauria custom, but it's what you'd expect from a Nomad 2. It's really standard. Similar spacing for all of these. You're not going to see like the weird exponential streams. It is 190 BPM streams.
Okay, so this is from Iberian City Derby Deluxe. There's 2 diffs on this set, one from ICDD, one from Centauria, so we're going to be getting the ICDD version.
Oh, ICDD wasn't a joke.
Yeah, no, it's the tournament name that this is from.
I thought it was joking about Imperial Circus Dead Decadence having stream maps, I'm not gonna lie.
That's kind of what I thought at first sight as well, but looks like it's looks like we have been trolled. And this is just a normal stream map. 6.7 stars, CS4, R9.6, OD9, just under 2 minutes, which we actually have to do to balance out the almost 5-minute Nomad 1. The average length of this pool is actually below, I believe, the last 2 pools. So Poolers did a good job making sure that the Nomad 1 high length was balanced out by some shorter maps as well. Alright, what was Nomad 1? Welcome to the Black Parade by Moff, and I'm not trolling you.
Yep. Now this map does have some light tech elements, I believe, in just a second. Just a lot of kick sliders. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I think most players are going to find the streams on this to be the most difficult part. If you really struggle with some very light kick slider aim, then welcome to finals. The pools are getting harder. We are up almost near 7 stars in a 5-digit tournament. So you're going to have to deal with more than just one skill set per map. And that's it, Nomad 2. Thank you again to Scylla for this replay. Very nice 2x100. We're going to see if anyone can match this in any of the matches. Now, on to Nomad 3. Sonon, Deca,
Sonon!
When you see it, Sonon. Not the Sonon I know, but it is Sonon, replay from Chests.
Yeah, Sonon, a little more popular for a different map set, but this map set more focused on a kind of, I guess, aesthetics looking good. And this specific diff is really awkward and has some light finger control elements too at points.
Not completely familiar with this map, but I think it definitely is going to reflect the poolers, or not poolers, the mappers a lot if you're familiar with these mappers' styles. And also going to be a little bit more on the awkward side compared to most Nomad 3s, where it's typically a lot of just awkward aim. You're going to see a lot more cursor control in this type of map. And onto map stats. 6.06 stars, CS 4.2, AR 9.2, OD8. So maybe a bit lower AR compared to what people might be a little more comfortable with, but should be fine, I think, for a lot of these players. So we're in the top 6. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see the stats really being a big problem for people on this map. Just this map is so hard.
Yeah, some of the angles on these patterns are really awkward and could catch out a lot of players. It's not just some easy flow aim. Focus a lot on your cursor control and your reading in this map as well. And the low OD also gives way to some potential for note lock too, if you happen to over-aim one of these patterns.
Yeah, absolutely. The longer patterns are really easy to over-aim, honestly. With how high spacing they are, it's so easy to lose track of where your cursor actually is and just pump the spacing.
Yeah, especially on some of those cuts. Those look so difficult. If you over-aim just a little bit, you're probably going to miss the entire pattern because of the OD.
And that's the scary gamble about this No Mod 3.
So yeah, we're in the top 6 of the tournament, I believe. I believe the matchups are in winners bracket Russia and France in winners, and then losers is Poland, USA, Canada, and Netherlands.
Yes. That would
Very
be
scary
correct.
teams. To the ending of this map, some kick slider jumps to contend with, but if you're holding an FC up until this point, I don't think there's really much that can steal your FC away, except for maybe a stream like the one that just happened. That one, a little bit space, but still. This map, I think, probably going to have some lower scores. Very difficult map. Cut streams, variable space patterns. Going to find a lot of players breaking on those, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. No more surprises to this past that point. I think, yeah, I believe it's just the last spinner, and that is going to be the No Mod 3.
Nice FC from Chess on that. Now we're going to be scooting on over to the No Mod 4. We've got Kissing Lucifer by Real Lazy, replay from Scylla. Real Lazy Tech, cut streams and sliders. I hope you guys know what Real Lazy Tech means, because I sure as hell do. This is the type of map that is pulled so oftenly in higher ranked tournaments and open rank in 4-digit as well. And gonna be coming down to 5-digit now. 6.16 stars, CS 4.2, AR 9.4, OD 9, 170 BPM, 218 life.
Yeah, this is slider tech as a classic. If you know any Real Lazy map, this is that map. Huge sliders as soon as we get into the key eye, and you already see kind of that aim element to it. And there it is, as well as the cut doubles that you mentioned earlier.
Yep, they're the cut doubles. Those things, they're fairly simple and intuitive to play, actually. You can kind of flow through those, but if you aren't ready for them, they're likely to catch you off guard. So once again, lots of sight read checks in this map pool. You have to be ready for a lot of these patterns in order to play those well. Some finger control as well with those triples into those sliders. Gotta be prepared to
Yeah, I
do
was
those.
gonna say, this map actually likes to switch from 1/4 to 1/3 a little bit. So you have to kind of be comfortable with that rhythmic switch, because if these Scorby 2 sliders aren't just going to be free accuracy.
Looks like we have a little bit of free combo before the final drop of the map. Also a little wiggle stream there. Gotta make sure you're aiming in the middle of that, unless you're one of the 3 psychopaths in the world who actually want to wiggle that pattern.
Listen, it's really fun to wiggle those, okay?
They're fun to wiggle, but like, come on, you're in a tournament, you're in finals. It's so easy to just go in the middle unless you're shaking. Oh, those are some streams. Look at those
I call
cuts.
it the Koro method. But yeah, this is the tech test. It kind of throws everything at you that any tech map will. Pretty honestly basic, but it absolutely works for the slot.
Real Lazy Tech has a spot in map pools a lot of the time if you balance around it right, and I think they did a good job in this pool doing that. And now into No Mod 5. We've got top 40 core tourney edit by Silver Boxer, replay from Marusi. Yeah, speed. 246 BPM. Speed. 6.8 stars. I believe this is the highest star rating in the pool. CS 3.5, AR 9.5, OD 9, and typical to speed being one of the highest star rating maps in the pool. Pretty much just going to be burst all the way through.
Yeah, no big surprises in this map. I will say, when I downloaded this one, I was kind of jump scared by hearing this. This is like if Katagiri was actually American the whole time. And you know what? I'm with it.
Yeah, Silver Boxer loves his break core. Lots of Silver Boxer break core maps in the game. I believe it's the first one we've seen in this tournament, at least. Not by Silver Boxer, but Should be a nice surprise. Although similar to most other speed maps in this tournament, there's not going to be too much aim to contend with. You guys aren't going to have to call this an aim no mod 5 yet, I hope. Because I believe our poolers will be skillishing you if you complain about the aim in the pool feedback, so do not do that.
What do you mean? There's kick sliders. Clearly it's an aim map.
True. I believe we're starting to get to the point, though, where some of the speed picks are going to become a little bit out of reach for some of our more all-rounder style players. Mostly going to be looking to the speed specialists to get very nice scores on this map. Nothing like these just like American pop songs being breakchord.
Dude, it's my favorite thing. Honestly, as someone who really likes Katagiri, I was with this song last night, dude.
It's a nice genre, honestly. Like, I have a couple songs like this on a playlist, on a lifting playlist.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary in this map. Just a lot of finger control on these bursts, and when you're up at 246 BPM, it's going to be straining your stamina a lot as well. It's just very much a classic No Mod 5. I believe the only sort of aim pattern you could really miss on are some of those kick slider jumps, but I think they shouldn't be too much of an issue for the speed players.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. This is the highest combo speed map, so a really, really high density.
Alright, on to No Mod 6, the Earth. The Earth. Not the same one from OWC, this is a different difficulty. It would be way too hard to be put in this tournament, but we've got our nice little No Mod 6 reading map. At AR 9.2, it's going to be more of a rhythm control map, though. OD9 CS for 5.86 stars. Cooler comments say IIL, and if you're familiar what an IIL map entails, it means you're going to be fighting some really weird rhythms. Definitely going to be a practice map as this one.
You know, I played for my own tryout. I played just for fun. I actually ended up playing an OWC semifinals No Mod 6. So what do you mean we can't have an OWC Grand Finals No Mod 6 here? It's time.
I mean, you know, 5 digits are getting better and better. What to say they aren't like OWC level players at this point?
That's so true. But this map, yeah, as you said, it's the rhythm. The counting on this map isn't as hard as 2L songs in the past. I remember him breaking it down right after this song came out in some sort of like 4-3 sense, I think. I'd have to find it again, but this map, as long as you can like figure out how to count the rhythm, it's actually fairly straightforward. And a lot of the difficulty is actually just going to come from keeping track of the rhythm along with aiming some of the TI sliders and reading these patterns.
Yeah, a lot of difficulty on this is going to come from the cursor control, as you can see here. The issue with a lot of prior IIL maps is that they end up becoming sort of speed maps with a lot of triples, a lot of stamina, finger control requirement. But this map, not really many moments where you're really going to have to do much more than these more Alt-D patterns. But a lot of cursor control, though, a lot of reading element in this map. Despite being AR 9.2, this is what I like to call a real reading map, where it doesn't need to rely on having low AR to become a reading map. This map is just very difficult with all the rhythms, all the overlaps, all the cursor control. It's just really such a nice package for a No Mod 6.
Yeah, and of course, if you love those little speed patterns in No Mod 6, they're right at the end during the countdown. It's a very short map. Just 2 minutes is all that separates someone from completely bombing or completely succeeding on the Earth, and that is the end of the No Mod pool.
And thank you again to Sped for the replay. We're going to be going on to the Hidden One now. We have Kokuin, mapped by Artisan, replay by Flasta. This is our Hidden One. We've got Dense Aim, 6.5 stars, CS 4.1, AR 9.4, OD 8.8. Now, after what was our No Mod 1, we are going back to a little bit more familiar territory. This is going to be your typical dense, more awkward-styled aim hidden one, something a lot of people are probably going to be very comfortable on, compared to the No Mod 1 at least.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see that this is the map that everybody gets like either a mil or 700k on, and then No Mod 1 is the one that people struggle on.
Yeah, I'm ready for a full lobby of 350k on the No Mod 1, while on this, probably going to be a more popular pick, because I think a lot of countries are going to be able to field entire rosters for this map. It's just more comfortable. 215 BPM, 2 minutes 43 seconds, so it's not too long. I think a lot of teams are going to have some high practice scores on this, and probably higher match scores as well. I think the main point of contention on this actually might be the BPM for a lot of these players, because I know some aim players who tend to get very capped once the BPM goes higher. And I mean, there isn't too much tapping on this, but as you can see, there are triples and bursts that you have to contend with. So if your tapping is really that slow, you might be dropping a little bit of accuracy on those patterns, or even missing outright. But I do think the aim still is the most difficult part of this map.
Yeah, on the getting cap thing, I remember sending an aim map to someone yesterday to get a replay, and he just starts with, oh no, the BPM starts with 2. And I think that kind of describes the aim player concern, is once it gets higher and higher BPM, it gets exponentially harder almost to aim a lot of things.
Well, I mean, a lot of the time with your No Mod 1s and your hidden ones, you can sometimes bet on only having to really use one finger for most of the map. Because just like, oh, there's mostly single taps, there's a few like 180 BPM triples here and there, but you can kind of just like turn off your brain and you'll still be able to tap those. But on this, you still have some awkward angles on the triples as well, and the BPM being higher, you're going to have to be prepared for those small bursts. So it still poses a challenge to some players who are a little bit gated by the higher BPM, but hopefully they shouldn't find too much trouble on this.
Yeah, for sure. This map, by the way, is only 2 minutes 43 seconds. Not a very long map as far as aim goes.
Yeah, a lot of people used to seeing 4 minutes on every aim pick, but because we have almost 5 minutes on our No Mod 1, we're going to be treating you a little bit nicer on the other aim picks. So that's going to be it for Hidden 1. Now we're going to be going on to our Hidden 2, Low AR Hidden. We've got Yukitsuki Yasho, mapped by KT Gster, Yoshi Lover Replay, KT Gster AR8. Hello, Osu is not a rhythm game, according to our poolers, but I think if you look at this map, you might be willing to believe otherwise. Got a lot of linear aim, a lot of KT Gster styled patterns in this map. CS5 AR8, of course. Under 5 stars, so people are going to be missing on a 4-star map. Blasphemy.
This map is messed up. So this rhythm that you see right now, this is the rhythm. It will not stop until the end of the map. The entire map is made up of 1/2 rhythm circles arranged in sort of geometric flow patterns.
So, you know, if you're really distraught about not being able to use one finger on that Hidden 1, well, congratulations, you're Hidden 2. You can literally use one finger and not have to use your other finger ever, unless you're an alt player. But still, this is a focus map if I've ever seen one. You have to be on your game for all of these snaps, because otherwise you might just find that tiny little over-aim that makes you miss, which would be so unlucky.
Yeah, 180 BPM, the same exact rhythm for 2.5 minutes. The aim on this gets scary. The beginning is the easy part, just given how low spacing they are, and this part where it starts to mix up the spacing, starts to throw in the high spacing and low spacing patterns, this is where it really gets tough. This is where the focus element comes into it. The AR8 makes it harder. It messes up your focus even more by the fact that you have to like look ahead a little bit.
Oh, that increase in spacing. That reminds me of flat by second, which was in OWC 2021 Grand Finals. Yep, this is the flat by second pattern. Why are we making 5 digits play this, dude? What is this? This is just slower flat by second. What is
I missed
this?
that pattern when I looked through this.
Oh, yeah, that is absolutely brutal. If anyone can FC that, they're gonna probably win the match for their team on this map. Wow. What a pattern that is. Yeah, you know who I think will do well on this? Plute. I watched a couple Canada matches. That guy FC'd every single AR8 hidden I saw him play. Maybe he'll look to be a MVP on this map. Is from what I've seen. Surely.
Plute 1 mil is in the future.
Yep, not putting any pressure on you. No pressure at all. This map's hard, but if you do it, you're a beast. So, hey, Yoshi Lover even missed. That guy's a beast at this type of map. Anyways, that's going to be our Hidden 2. Now, onto our Hidden 3, we've got Wormhole, mapped by Lince Cosmico, replay by Emerald Ages. Got our Flow Aim and Finger Check. What that entails, 180 BPM, 5.84 stars, CS 4.3, AR 9.3, OD 8.6. It's going to be our Hidden 3 classic Flow Aim Tech Pick, whatever you want to see this as. This is just a weird map.
Yeah. A little bit of a weird anecdote about this one. I remember, like, this was one of the last maps I actually looked at after doing the, like while I was writing my 5WC pool notes. As soon as I got off Osu, I saw that they uploaded a new laser update video, and this map was in it, but it was being played with double time, which was so absurd. After already thinking, wow, this map is ridiculously hard with Hidden. Why are they playing it with DT?
Hey, I mean, top players will play anything with DT nowadays. It's crazy.
That is true.
But we've also got some 1/6 bursts in this map that you're going to have to be prepared for. And then into the chorus, you have these more awkward rhythms that you have to probably alternate. These 1/3s. Very awkward. The spacing on that is not consistent as well. You've got to be on your game with your flow aim.
Yeah, 100%. This map, this is a miscount map, if I'm being honest. I really don't expect FCs on this, and you already see, like, even with this 100, just constant 100s coming out from these sliders, along with the focus on such heavy flow aim and such heavy rhythm control, this map is an absolute beast.
And it's a long one too, up at 3 minutes and 19 seconds. You've got to be very consistent on this type of awkward map if you want to obtain a high score on this, but definitely going to be very, very choice map. I'm not sure exactly how many teams we're going to see pick this, because fielding a roster of 4 players on this type of pick is very difficult, probably even for some of the top teams in this tournament.
Honestly, to some degree, this map's kind of a hidden comfort test. It will weed out the people who aren't completely comfortable and hidden by this point.
Definitely takes an expert at all sorts of aim and aim control on Hidden to be able to get a good score on this type of map.
100%.
Fun fact from Megafan, this was a mapping contest winner, actually.
Which contest? That's interesting.
Let's
That
find
doesn't
out.
surprise me coming from Lince, but I'm wondering which contest.
Pending Cup 2022 winner.
That makes sense. Okay, yeah, that that checks. This definitely isn't the meta contest map, so I was like, who?
Unfortunate miss at the end from Emerald Ages, but that's going to be it for our Hidden Pool. Onto the Hard Rock 1. To continue with being a little bit more comfortable compared to the Nomad 1, here you have a anime Hard Rock 1, 6.67 stars. Hard Rock map stats, replayed by Shadow. We've got Kamiro Hanabi album version. It is anime, jumps, standard aim. Congrats.
Yeah, this is no mod 1, except we put Hard Rock on it.
Probably one of the most comfortable maps in this pool. Dare I say sight readable. We have abstained from putting another mech tech map in your Hard Rock 1. This map is the comfortable aim that you've been missing from Nomad 1 being what it is. The impact of Nomad 1 reverberates throughout the entire pool. The fact that Black Parade is Nomad 1 means you have to rework all the other aim picks around it. Four minutes and 19 seconds as well. Gonna be on the longer side of this map pool.
Yeah, I believe that this is the last map that is this long.
You would be correct about that.
I should double check that before I just say that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a length for Fremont 1 on the sheet, so cannot be too sure, but I don't believe there's going to be that many 4-minute maps left in the pool because...
Okay, yes. I had to double check the customs because it doesn't show the stats on the sheet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we just spoiled there's a custom in that slot. Ooh.
What slot? I didn't
Well,
say
I
anything
don't
about
know.
custom in any slot.
You didn't see anything about a custom, yeah. True.
Well, 5WC has customs? What?
No way. Haven't seen a Mega Fan custom in 1 week.
Really?
Yeah, I wonder if there's a Mega Fan custom in this pool.
There would never.
There would never.
I don't think Mega Fan would ever custom for 5WC if we're being real.
Never.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, see a good point in chat. Wonder if this map would have higher average scores than the semifinals Hard Rock 1, which is kind of to be expected when you're changing up the style of the map. Like, your HR1 kind of tech aim sort of map is something that's a lot less accessible, I feel, than your just typical Hard Rock 1. So even if this is a much higher star rating and I guess more tailored for this round, it's because it's more comfortable, we're probably going to see higher scores on this. Only a couple streams here you're going to have to watch out for at the solo. At 2/3 in the map, those streams, you have to be ready for them because if you miss at 2/3, your score is going to be absolutely doomed for the rest of the map. Worst place
that
ever to
stream, that stream is the you better not be an aim-only player check.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you kind of just get punished.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, it's 182 BPM. Most players at this stage should definitely be able to tap 182 BPM streams. If you ask most players, this might be very close to the most comfortable BPM in the game.
You would hope.
Yep. Oh, a little space triple there. Watch out for that. Yeah, I feel like we've exhausted what there really is to say about this map. We're kind of just talking through a 4-minute Hard Rock 1 now.
Yeah. It's literally the Nomad 1 problem in most showcases where you don't have anything to talk about for the last minute.
We had too much to talk about for Black Parade.
That is true. I had anecdotes about Black Parade I didn't talk about. Like, that's how much I had to talk about Black Parade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fun fact for the casters, this map did not win any mapping tournament. It is literally just a normal map. Wow.
That makes sense. Who mapped this?
Oh, well.
Adioni.
We're about to find out.
Oh, they have one rank map. That explains why I don't know their name. Adioni, whose only rank map is Feelin' Sky.
Based?
That is based.
Okay, now, if you like Black Parade, you're gonna love this Hard Rock too. We've got more emo rock, Linkin Park, Breaking the Habit, LMT's Extra.
This is my favorite Hard Rock 2 to pool early round and open rank. I was so happy to see this.
If I recall, I've looked at this map when pooling open rank a few times, but I feel like I remember there being like one thing that would always like make me not want to pool this, but I'm definitely gonna remember it when I see it. There might be like one long stream that I thought was like a diff spike. I think there is near the end.
I don't remember, but man, I love this map.
Yeah, it is a banger. And LMT is really good at mapping this style of song and the style of map. Our CS 6.5 Hard Rock, 6.73 stars, CS 6.5, AR10, OD10, 200 BPM. Contrasting pretty well with our Hard Rock 1 in style of aim as well as BPM, 200 BPM. Gonna be a whole different ballpark for most players.
I actually didn't look at this map last night. Rather, in just celebration that it was cool at all, I just wrote down the lyrics in all caps for my Hard Rock 2 notes. So I really don't have much to say.
I'm breaking the habit tonight. Breaking the habit? What habit he might be talking about? He might be talking about misaiming and mistapping on maps, which is where we're going to pivot into our sponsors. We have Foxbox and Momokai. Say you have a bad habit of missing on these Hard Rock 2s, maybe you'll want to go to Foxbox, get one of their tablet covers, slap that baby on your tablet, and you'll be aiming this in no time. And, you know, there is a stream coming up in this. I've been talking about, you know, if your keyboard is chattering, if you need a new keyboard, maybe you might want to go to Momokai, buy one of their keypads. Very high quality stuff there. If you use code 5WC, you'll probably get like 10% off, so go check them out.
You are so real for that, Miles. Oh my lord, I was not ready.
I wasn't ready for that too, you know, that literally just came right to my head when I was singing the lyrics. I was like, breaking the habit. How do I put that? I'm just gifted. I need to go into marketing.
You really do, you really do. And you know what? Momokai and Foxbox both make great products. I have a Momokai keypad myself and a Foxbox tablet cover. Both of them very good at their job. Surprisingly affordable as well. So huge shout outs to them. Huge shout outs to the sponsors for this year's 5WC.
Well, we're keeping it going. Okay. So I don't think there was a stream here that actually like made me think it was a diff spike. Maybe I just thought this ending was a little bit of a spike, but it doesn't look too much harder when I'm looking at it actually be played. Probably just like an editor thing, like, oh, this map ending is too hard, but I don't think there's actually too much of a diff spike compared to the rest of the map. You've got a lot of these more awkward, aimy sort of patterns in this map that kind of just run all the way through. No streams that are too long, but you do have triples and some short bursts to contend with throughout this map. And we are already done with it. Wow, we really covered half this map with our sponsor plug.
Let's go!
Let's go.
All right, let's move on into Hard Rock 3 here. This is going to be your Hard Rock tech. 170 BPM, flow aim, kind of tapping tech.
Got modular technology. If you're an open rank player, you definitely have seen this map way too much as your Nomad 3 in the top diff, but here we're going to be using the extra diff as our Hard Rock 3 tapping tech. Got a lot of nice little cut patterns to contend with in this map, lots of cut streams. You're going to have to really be focused on your cursor control on a lot of these cuts. Map by Fairy. That's probably what a lot of you need to know. Because if you're familiar with Fairy tech, you're going to be familiar with this map.
No way, Fairy Hard Rock 3? I've never seen that before.
Never, never. Not once in my life.
There are also these little, like, grid-ish patterns, which are kind of cool. That just kind of go up and down again and again.
Yeah, that spider section was sick.
Mapping. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely more of a different style of tech than your Nomad 4, I think. I think this one has much more of an emphasis on your cursor control. Rather, the Nomad 4, a lot more focused on some sliders. Lots of slider aim in that one. This one, a lot more stream oriented. Gonna have to have your left hand or tapping hand, whichever one it is, in check for this. Because most of the techie patterns in this map are based off of the streams. Not as many long sliders on this as compared to the Nomad 4.
Yeah, this has the tapping that Nomad 4 lacked. Kind of making up for that. If you like a lot of tapping in your tech, this is your Hard Rock 3.
And the BPM also the same, actually. 170 BPM on both tech picks. Gonna be fine, though, because the maps are different enough. Now, into the DT pool. Double Time 1. Kirito Risen by Itokashi Taro. Not familiar with this cover, but beat map by Pen15, played by Marusi. Pen15, New Jerseyan. My goat.
Shout out. And this is going to be, wow, DT aim at 247 BPM. No huge surprises.
Whoa. we're just kind of progressing on what quarterfinals DT1 was, where quarterfinals DT1 was just 10.3 with aim and no tapping whatsoever, and we're just slowly adding a little bit of tapping to the DT1, which is what it looks like here. We've got a few bursts and a lot more triples in this map than either of the past two. But obviously, defining feature of this map for many players is going to be that it's 10.3. We've got 10.3 aim. Once again, CS 3.6, OD 9.6, 6.59 stars, and 2.5 minutes length. I don't think there's too much to say about this.
No, definitely not. It's a pretty straightforward map. Probably the easiest map in the DP pool.
Yeah, once again, all depends on if you can read 10.3. If you can read 10.3 and if you can tap like short bursts and triples on 247 BPM, you're gonna be fine on this.
Oh, that's right. It's the 10.3. That's what I was forgetting.
It's farming time. Come one, come all, D rankers. It is time to get your ass up into 4-digit.
Let's actually forget to put Scorby 2 on so that people submit and just watch them all rank up.
Yep, gotta do that.
Map.
Me on my way to pool cookie butter choco cookie DT1 grand final.
Let's go!
It's farming time, boys. This map, because DT map is shorter than most of the other aim picks, only 2 minutes. We're already almost at the ending. Just one little final hurrah for this map in the last TI. Before it calms down, one of those 6 notes, and you will be into the ending with probably an FC if you're comfortable on this.
Yeah, this map not particularly difficult. Just checking the cover on 10.3, checking your aim, seeing how you doing, and that's gonna be all she wrote for that map. DT1 is over.
W. Also, I'm pretty sure all the 6-note bursts in that map are in the exact same shape, in the exact same spot on the screen, just kind of in the middle, going straight down.
I think so.
All right, now let's go on to DT2. We've got Kawaii Daisenso No Refrain by Jin A, mapped by Athanasia, replay from Narufi. We have Marufi. We've got our DT2 tapping map, speed check, nerf difficulty, CS up all the way at 3.3, approach rate 9.6, OD 9.8. But the map is, I believe, the second highest in the pool. I believe we have a tie for the highest star rating in the pool. Wait, this is the refrain of Lovely Great War. Cookizzy cheated on this song, dude.
What?
Yeah, you know, Cookizzy cheated on Masterpiece and the old map of this song.
Oh, I didn't know he cheated on that one as well. That's interesting. Slightly before my time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the less popular one between it and Masterpiece, but if you look for the replay on YouTube, you can find it. He 3-mounted it. But let's talk about the actual map. I think we've got a little bit more aim compared to our last DT2s, but still, the point of contention on this is that it is 270 BPM. That is really freaking fast, and the bursts are a lot more constant on this one as well. I don't believe they get much longer than just like 8 notes, but 8 or 12 maybe, but still, pure speed players come and enjoy this because you're still being spoon-fed. There are still no jumps at all in this that you should miss on, and we will skill issue you if you miss on aim. So don't feel pressure. No pressure.
All the pressure. He's got his gift ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, if a map like this actually had any aim, it would be like 7.5 stars. Like this high BPM, it's hard to find good maps of this down at this star rating. But that's gonna be it. Very quick map, only 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Already through that DT2. Thank you again to Marusi for the replay. Now on to DT3. Tarantella. Also, want to hear a fun fact about this map? For the first time, I think ever, 5WC and 3WC are using the same map in the same week. This is in 3WC round of 16, and now we're going to be having it here in finals for 5WC. We have Tarantella, mapped by Niva. Replay from, got Maxi himself on this replay.
So basically, everybody is a 3-digit in 5WC.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
We're saying you guys are just OWC players, like D-rankers.
That's so real.
Cannot believe these freaking D rankers. You got 222 BPM. This is going to be the more balanced of the speed maps. You got a little bit of aim, you got a lot of bit of tapping, but down at only 222 BPM, it's going to be more towards the, I guess, all-around DT players rather than your pure speed players. You got 6.7 stars, CS4, AR10, OD9.3, just under 3 minutes in length. Longer than both the other DT maps, but I still think that the DT players are going to be fairly comfortable on this, because the bursts don't get too long on this.
Yeah, for the most part, it's just kind of the finger control element rather than the stamina element. You see patterns like that, but they're not like too constant.
You've got some doubles there that you have to be prepared for into these long streams. Lots of variation in the way you have to tap for this map.
Yeah, this map is an act check. I don't expect to see anybody on the 99 for this.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that 3 digits are going to be forced to play this, it just still blows my mind. Like, obviously back in the day you had, like, you know, the higher ranked 4-digit tournaments, like their late rounds would overlap with, like, say the mid rounds for open rank. But like 3WC, that's like only the top 1,000 players in the world, and now we're asking 5 digits to play the same maps as them. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of a boomer in that, to me, 5-digit players were still like 4K PP players, like back when I was still ranking up. And like now, like 5 digits are doing this, like come on, I couldn't do this like 2 years ago. This is so hard. And I know it's like obligatory, like every single showcase, Miles just has to comment like, why are 5 digits this good? But I'm serious, and I'm not lying about that. Like how are 5 digits this good now? Oh yeah, also,
man.
Look at those sliders. Repeat sliders, you gotta be very careful for those. If you miss
so who do you think breaks on that one?
Anyone still holding an FC.
Okay. Cool.
Or is nervous. If you're nervous, you break on those, by the way. Because repeat sliders like that at that speed when you're nervous, you have to be you have to be pinpoint on when you tap. Because if you tap early, you slider break. If you tap late, you slider break. You have to tap on time for those. You can't get away with getting 100s or 50s on those because of the way they are timed. Because of the way they repeat, you have to be on time with all of them. Because if you're off time with one of them, you're off time on all of them. That's going to be it for that map. Getting through it was Maxi, Batball. Of course, that guy's like crazy. He gets through that. And now for the first time, we have DT4. First DT4 of the tournament, we have
Oh, they weren't joking. Oh my lord.
AJ Mosca, Le Bijou. Replay from Scylla. SS. By the way.
So last night when I looked at this map, I knew that AJ was mapping the DT4 this round. I did not know how evil this map was going to be. This is at Air 10.2, by the way, I believe, which makes this even more absurd as a map. The patterning on this is so difficult. It's that sort of aim control a little bit. Kind of ulty, but a little bit single tappable. If you're comfortable with single tapping the beginning of alt BPMs, the aim control is so present in this.
276 through 291. With how straining these patterns are, if you can single tap this, you've got to be a champion. Because you can see those bursts coming in as well during that last little breakdown. But yeah, this map is short, only 1 minute 31 seconds, so every combo in this is going to matter. So a map that's this difficult, like, at least you don't need to be consistent on this throughout like 4 minutes. You just really need to get like one big combo on this, and you should be able to win this map for your team. This map, or at least this gimmick in general, like cursor control alt at this AR, at this BPM, with this level of finger control, like you have to be so focused in order to get a good score on this.
Yeah. By the way, we have not seen a single custom in this pool so far until reaching DT4. This is the first custom we've seen in this showcase.
Alright, well, little do they know, we're about to get into a few more, and there's Scylla with the SS. That SS is actually unreal on this type of map. That's going to be it for our DT pool.
Okay.
Into free mods, we have a custom free mod 1. Wow, wait, oh my god, is that a Mega Fan custom? I never could have thought. Never
we got him?
Holy shit. Mega Fan custom? We've got a free mod. free mod light speed, I would like to call this. 200 BPM, kind of like slower breakcore-ish. Oh. God damn it, Rob. Why are you putting this on the aux again?
I hate this guy, man.
Okay, yep. Mod players, have fun. You've got Mech Tech. That's literally what I would go to call this now. This is going under the umbrella of Mech Tech with, I believe, Hidden 1 from quarterfinals, Knight Rider. You've got lots of slider jumps. You got some finger control as well, except this time you have to have both mods on it. Except I believe this one is definitely going to be Hidden favored.
Absolutely.
When you add this level of aim to Hard Rock with this amount of like tapping and awkward slider jumps, like Hidden players are gonna definitely be the stars on this map. Or if the Hard Rock player takes Hidden Hard Rock, let your no mod player shine through. Gonna probably see some teams opt for that strategy as well.
Yeah, honestly, this is probably going to be the, okay, how do we allocate the mods so that we have no mod players map?
Oh, long stream. That was at least 16 notes. 200 BPM. Yeah, guys, never give Robert Titani the ops.
What do you mean? What did I do? What did I do?
I don't know. I mean, I was. You remember when I was in Utah? We were driving out to McDonald's. You started playing.
Oh yeah.
Started playing Satori Depon.
I would never play Satori Depon on the aux. In fact, I would play Boombox Sanshin version by Rasmus Faber, also known as Semifinals Hard Rock 3.
True.
That's what I would play on the aux.
True. Okay, map stats. Before Hard Rock, by the way, we have CS 3.8, AR 9, so your hidden players are going to have to deal with some density as well on this. OD 8.8, so definitely a package no matter what mod you go on this. Definitely, dare I call it the anti-mod map that isn't even in the anti-mod slot, because if you decide to mod this, you're going to be in for a challenge no matter what you go for. Yeah, the way I see it at least, when you put Hidden on this, a lot of these jumps will become a lot less difficult. So that's why I think it's going to be the preferred mod on this, but you know, the density will throw off a lot of players, so definitely one of the meaner free mod picks we've had so far in the tournament. Meaner like Nagatoro in the background. God damn it.
No, that makes sense. Just for this song.
Yeah. Oh, what a slider break. So close.
The end of this is so difficult.
Alright, looks like we're through Free Mod 1. Thank you again to Zytfrost for the replay and Megafan for the custom. Now we are going on to our Free Mod 2. We've got a long Japanese title. There's always one of them in each round. Map by Kyle Y. Replay from Yoshi Lover on the Hidden. Here we have what's supposed to be the real anti-mod map. 5.68 stars. CS5, AR8. OD8 as well. 174 BPM, 2 minutes 45 seconds. And enjoy these overlaps. Reaction heavy on both mods, which means on Hard Rock this is going to be very, very low density. So if you had the problem with high density on Hidden on the last map, you have the issue of low density on HR on this map, where you're only really going to be seeing 1 or 2 circles on the screen at a time, where you have to be really on point with your reaction time in order to play this well with HR.
Yeah, I would say this is a little bit more Hard Rock favored, just given how hard the reading is on Hidden with those overlaps. With Hard Rock, the low density is a problem, but not to the point that you're, trying to read all this A rate with Hidden. What's really going to catch Hard Rock players, I think, might actually be those reverse sliders that you see a couple times through the map that are kind of fast on TS 6.5.
Fast repeat sliders are kind of an underrated part of difficulty on a lot of maps and tournaments, because they're just so easy to be caught off on. It's like, if you're focusing so hard on maybe reading the stacks or the jumps on a map, that repeat slider comes in, you don't really know how to process what speed it is, and then, you know, you just find a break on it, and you're like, well, damn it.
Yeah. I mean, overall, it's a pretty standard CS5 ARA.
Contrasts pretty well, I think, with the Hidden 2 and the Hard Rock 2, where you're going to be having different troubles on all of these types of maps. Especially that Hidden 2, what a map that was.
Yeah. At least with Hidden 2, you know what the rhythm is.
You can just single tap it the whole way through. On this, you have some other rhythms that you have to be ready for. Yoshi's first 100 was right there. Wow.
Unfortunate. Actually, this mapper, Kyle Y, he is a CS5 mapper. He refuses to map any CS other than 5, unless it's like a 3-star. And I love that about him.
That is awesome. Alright, let's
Yeah,
see how
if I'm
Yoshi
ever looking
breaks.
for something new to play with Hard Rock, it's that. It's just, I look up Kyle Y. Really, he doesn't break.
I think he does somewhere. These jumps are really big. Oh, he finally breaks on the bottom right.
Oh,
Unlucky
that's
from
so
Yoshi.
sad.
Still pretty close for Yoshi, though. Pretty good. Almost 1 million, 99.45%. Very nice replay from Mr. Yoshi Lover. Now, into Fremont 3, we've got another custom. We've got Tomahawk, mapped by, well, this guy, goddamn it. You can talk about it.
No, I won't.
No? No? Okay. Do I have to do... Oh, another... Okay, volleyball.
All right, it's volleyball. I love volleyball jazz. All right, so this map, I was actually kind of struggling to figure out what the identity of this map would even be until I just mapped it. So this song switches. The song has 1/4 alt sections and then 1/3 aim section. That's what I kind of bring out, and this map kind of took its identity as a bit of an aim strain map, as you'll see when we get into the 1/3 section in a little bit. It has CS3, which kind of, even with the AR 9.5, increases the density for hidden a little bit, looks a little weird. And with Hard Rock, provides a more normal CS for these really aimy 1/3 sections.
Yeah, wow, but you're right. The aim does get really big here, but the CS3 is going to make it arguably comfortable for both mod players, I think. You're going to be able to pick whatever mod you choose and still have a good time on this. I think main point of contention is going to be the actual patterning and not the map stats, for sure.
Yeah, by the way, I very intentionally chose the backgrounds in advance for both my maps. The first one has the protagonist team, and the second one has the antagonist team, because I thought that was funny.
Wait, what anime is this from?
This is from Hurricane Receive. I watched it with my friends for one reason, and it was actually kind of good.
Volleyball?
We were surprised. Yeah, volleyball. That's why we watched this. Actually, kind of a good show.
I heard good things about it. I agree with you. Okay, now looks like we are through all of our mod pools. No mod, hidden, hard rock, double time, free mod, all done. And now we are into a tiebreaker. And you know how much, you all should know how much I've been talking about, like, okay, 5 digits are playing the same maps that like top ranked players now do. And you know, that remains true for the tiebreaker. Let's go right on to it. We have the OWC 2022 round of 32 tiebreaker. Kanashibari no Io, Japanese name. Collab Dementia, mapped by Iljaz. Replay from Scylla.
That's by Iljaz and Kowari.
And Kowari, of course. And this map, if you didn't like how spicy the tiebreakers were the last 2 weeks, if you were like, oh, what are these guys doing with the Nomad 1? It's so weird. Congratulations, you finally have a more normal tiebreaker. This is mostly just a consistency check. Gonna be your, I would arguably say, the most normal tiebreaker skill sets where you have aim and stream strain tested in the map. And it's just really a consistency check, but because of the high star rating, it might be difficult for a lot of the players. Because the jumps do get fairly big later on into this map. Yeah, this is shorter than Black Parade, by the way, by 1 second.
I was
It's
wondering how close the margin was. That's ridiculous.
yeah, 1 second, 6.8 stars, CS4, AR 9.5, OD 8.7, 200 BPM. Really just your, honestly, average tiebreaker. Lots of different aim and streams in this map that could catch you at off guard any point, especially if you're nervous.
Yeah. I mean, this is your Kalibe inspo map. It's the classic Iljaz. I'm not actually sure where the collab sections are, and I'm trying to figure that out as I watch the map right now. I'm trying to figure out which part's Iljaz map and which part's Kawari map.
I feel like it's Kawari right now. I think it was Iljaz before.
I think so. Iljaz has some tendencies to use more complicated sliders that Kawari just uses curves. So I think this is the Kawari part.
Yeah, say what you will about how intense the tiebreaker actually is. I think this type of song compared to this type of map, compared to how many breaks there are in the map, will make for an intense tiebreaker no matter what, because you're going to be seeing your enemies score basically at the 1/3 and 2/3 mark. So you could find yourself getting nervous.
Those are such crucial points to not break.
Yeah, like right now, like say you just FC'd through the first chorus, you see you're the only FC left, you're up against another FC on the other team, and the scores are about equal. Right now, my heart rate would be maybe about like a million, billion, trillion, I don't know. Yeah, maybe a little more boring to watch than something like, you know, I think it was called Secret Desire, it was called, the one last week, the Skystar map. That map is insane as a TV. But you know, we pull for the players here, and this is going to be a great TV for the players, I think. We pull for the players and a good show, which is why we made the TV more normal after making Nomad 1 Black Parade, which is something I think the poolers put a lot of thought into that. They were like, okay, we have to be unhinged somehow in this map pool. So what about Black Parade Nomad 1? And then, okay, we have to balance out all the slots that like a map like that would affect. Like, okay, we have Black Parade Nomad 1. We have to make Hidden 1 more normal, which they did. Hard Rock 1 more normal, which they did. And we have to make the TV something a little bit more normal as well, compared to what we used to use. And they accomplished that every single time. And here's the last break. You get to look at your opponent's scores with the last quarter of the map to play. Crazy.
Terrifying. This song is so good as far as intensity goes, too.
Honestly, it doesn't beat Black Parade. Like, the funniest thing about this map and Black Parade is I feel like you could have switched the two slots and no one would bat an eye. Like, if you had this as a Nomad 1, it would be fairly normal apart from maybe a little too many streams for people's liking, but Black Parade also has some awkward patterns as well, so definitely poolers taking creative liberties there.
This map, no more surprises left. The rest of the tiebreaker is exactly as you expect.
Fun fact, in the OWC test lobby, I FC'd this with intercamping, and I was hyped like, oh yeah, I got the FC, I'm gonna put it as the replay, and they just updated it, and I was like, oh. I couldn't use my FC on that for this either. Alright, well.
Unfortunate.
I shouldn't be bragging about that. We are through the tiebreaker, we are through the pool. That is your 5-digit World Cup finals pool for 2023. Pretty cool pool, I think, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of stuff that I feel kind of goes out to specialists in this. It's gonna stop being, oh, our fill for fourth can absolutely do this map. It's not this in this pool. This pool is consistently hard with all of its skill sets. And it's all, just put together for the absolute challenge.
And I think this pool is a really big challenge, but I believe that is going to do it for our map pool showcase. This pool should be on the sheet any minute, as long as Stage is here. I think he is. Schedules will also be put on the sheet soon, if not already are. And I'd like to thank you all for watching wherever you are. I am Miles, joined by Titani, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are.